Hey guys, it's Jessica Snowden here. I am sitting on my porch. I absolutely love it, and it's been such a blessing just to be able to sit out here and kind of think about what's going on. If you don't know me, my name is Jessica Snowden. I am a director with Mon8 and super excited to come and talk to you guys today about something that I really feel like a lot of us deal with. I'm right now, like I said, I've had a crazy month, and yesterday was kind of a whirlwind, and I really hadn't slowed down, but I felt like today I needed to slow down and just stay home and do some things that mamas need to do. So I actually am, like I said, sitting on my porch, as y'all can tell, on my little hammock swing that I absolutely love, and I want to show you guys my view. So this is my view. And I love it a lot. But I thought I'd come out here and kind of game plan and kind of figure out what May's going to bring. I don't know if you guys do that, but it's really important if you are in any kind of business, you need to take the first couple days of the month and kind of figure out what you're going to do. Kind of have a game plan and figure out where people need to be and what they need to do. Sorry, kind of sunny. So anyway, yesterday I got my hair a little blonder, if you guys can't tell really. Probably can't tell, but see there? Yeah. See? Yeah. I do too. So I absolutely thought I needed to talk to y'all guys about something that I kind of have been dealing with. So fear is one of those things that can hold you back from your potential. Every one of us has fears. I feel like, me being a believer, I believe that the enemy puts fear on us. We can either take it or we can put it aside and say no. And God says it 365 times in the Bible: do not fear, be courageous, be brave. He's always talking about that stuff in his word. Thank you. I know I love it too. I really do. She's got to do a little bit more with it, but I really like it a lot. So I feel like, okay, let's just say I went for a huge goal last month, and the one thing that I could have done is I could have held back. I had all the thoughts inside of my head thinking, what am I doing? How am I going to do this? It's not possible, because let me just tell you, on the last day of the month, I was a little farther away from it, and it was really looked dire. Didn't look like something I could have done on my own. But one of my mentors, Kyla Williamson, we sat down at lunch. We were at supper with the new director of sales with Mon8, and which was awesome. April Price for our area, and we were talking, and she sat across from me, and she told me, she said, Jessica, how close are you to director? And I said, well, I mean, I'm this close, I don't know. I mean, I'm not one to push. I'm not one to jump. And she's like, how close are you? And I told her, and she goes, oh my gosh, you have to go for it. You have to do it. And I was like inside me, I was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of work. I know I'm going to have to do a lot to get it there. But she told me, she's like, do it. And she was funny because she was like, I'm going to send you a message every hour to make sure you're doing it. The funny thing is, and how God works, a year ago, I went for the exact same, the rank that I was before I was director. And I did the same thing. I ran for it. And the thing that you get from that, when you run for something all the way to the end, no matter what, till the last minute, last second, everything comes into place. Everything's there. And you're just reaching out, and you're running just like you were running a race. At the last of it, you're so tired, so worn out. You're like, you could give up. It's so easy to give up. But I didn't. I ran and I ran and ran, and I ran past the finish line. I didn't even know if I made it, really. I gave it all I got. I laid it out on the line, and I gave it to God. When I went to sleep that night, which was Sunday night, I just gave it to God. I said, God, you're going to get glory from this no matter what. If I make it, if I don't, you got this. And in the morning I woke up and I had saw that I'd got it. And I was just freaking out, going, oh my gosh, because this goal I've had since the beginning. It's it's one of those goals you think you can do, but you don't know if you can. I have an incredible team. I call them the Shampoo Tribe all the time. Yeah, exactly. You're so tired, but it's so rewarding. And I have an incredible team behind me. And I wanted to show them what's possible. Because I think so many times you put limiting voices in your own head. You're the one telling yourself you can't do it. You're the one saying it's not possible. And God's saying, you know what? It is possible because I created you. I've placed you in this time and in this place, just like Esther. I kind of think of Esther. You know, obviously I didn't have to lay my life on the line, but I feel like when you're giving all these fears and kind of places that you could take and hold on to, thank you, Lindsay, I feel like you could do that and you could stay where you're at because, I mean, how easy is it to stay where you're at? How easy is it to, you know, I had been at Managing Market Mentor for a year, guys, a year, and I was comfortable, right? I didn't have to work as hard. I mean, I was working hard to build other people's teams, but I didn't have to push for myself, right? I didn't have to do it myself, and I knew that I had to jump, and so many times they were telling me, my husband actually was one of them that told me too, he said, you better go for it. He's like, I'm sick of hearing it. You can do this, just do it. And the crazy thing is when I went to, I had gone to Dallas, which is about 4.5 hours from me. My dad, which I love to death, he was like, hey, how about I drive you down there? Because we were going to my brother's. Because my sister-in-law started to do the shampoo business too. So I was going down there to help her launch her business. And so we were driving down, and I told him, I said, well, today's the last day that I can go for my goal, and I'm going to run for it. And he said, okay. And he drove me down there, and then Sunday night we had a meet on 8 on Sunday afternoon. It lasted until about 6 p.m., and then I made the decision, I'm going to do this. Well, of course, all day and the day before, I had placed a post that says I'm going for it. And so, oh my gosh, I was calling. I mean, all this stuff was happening. My team was working together. I mean, it was really incredible. And I knew that it was in God's hands and that if it didn't work, it didn't work. It's okay. Thank you. Don't you like it? I do too. I really like it. It's a lot more blonde for the summer. Casey did it. Casey Beige, which she's awesome. So, and I knew I had a lot of my leaders looking up to me to say, you know what, is this possible? Is director even possible? Right? So I went for it. And obviously I got it. And I am wore out. Actually, the last 5 days have been crazy. 6 days have been crazy. I've been doing something every day, either Mon8 or being a mama. I have a boy that plays basketball, and then we have all the end of the year stuff going on. So it's been crazy. But I decided that I wanted to do it, and so I did it. And I can't even believe it. Like, it doesn't seem real to me. And I don't think it's gonna seem real to me. Like, it won't. It's not the easiest thing. It's not been the easiest journey. I've had people quit on me. I've had people tell me that it's not possible. I've had people say that it's not worth it. I've had people say, oh, you're doing one of those things, right? And like potentially in 3 months, I will have made as much as I made as an RN full time. Like, are you kidding me? 3 months, guys. And I could have been living that life. I could be going to an RN job and get a 10 cents raise a year and be wore out and stressed out and not love I love nursing, don't get me wrong. But what I loved about it was the fact that I could help people, right? And that's where I am today. I'm helping thousands of people, 11,000 people actually on my team alone. I'm making a difference in people's lives. I get to speak in front of 200 people, probably 250, 300 people on Saturday. So guys, just realize that no matter what, your fears can dictate you or you can dictate your fears. Which are you willing to do? You know, doing something like this, stepping out of your comfort zone is scary and it's hard, but it's the most rewarding thing you'll ever do in your life. And I'm not telling you start a direct sales business. I mean, if you want to, awesome, because you get greatly rewarded. But what I am saying is stop playing safe. Stop playing small, because you weren't meant for small. You were meant for big. And if anything, I've learned in this whole thing of 2.5 years of doing this thing, and I'm not done. I have a couple more ranks to go before I'm at the top. But the thing I've known is that don't limit God. Don't put him in a box. Take a hold of what he says about you and go for it. Run for it. Do it. And I promise you, you'll look back and go, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. So if this introvert, this shy nurse, mama that lives in the middle of nowhere, and you guys know where I live, look. Okay, I know you know where I live. I live in the middle of nowhere, okay? See, like, can you see any houses around me? Okay? If this single mom, I'm not a single mom. This mama of 3, married for 15 years, lives in the middle of nowhere, shy, introvert, can make a director in her company and have almost 11,000 people on her team can do it, you can too. So, believe that you can and go for it. And listen to those that are around you. Surround yourself with people that believe in you, people that love you, people that want to speak life into you. And don't listen to the people that are telling you no. Don't listen to them. And if you have a spouse that's not really caring what you're doing and they think it's dumb and you're just spending money and you've been in one of those things before and it's never worked, don't believe them. You don't believe them. You do your thing, and I promise you, they will be so glad that you didn't listen, right? Because it's worth it. And forever and a day, since last year, I've put on my dream board that I would be Associate Executive Director with Monat. And I can say I have. I've done it. And you can too. So believe you can do it. Work, do the work, and let everything else do it for you, and I promise you it'll happen. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I got some more stuff I need to do, personal development stuff, and then I got to clean my house, which is not very fun, and I got to do laundry, which I don't like laundry. But I will talk to you guys probably tomorrow. So stay tuned. Bye bye.